Hi, I am Darla and I'm going to put on a YouTube video for painting today. This is my first video and I'm really excited to share my art with you and the world. And today I'm going to do this really simple painting. It's actually more geared toward children, and my son is gonna come in and paint with me today. His name is Caleb and he's pretty excited to do this also. And this was inspired by a project at school that he had, and well, distance learning. So we are trying to find some creative ways to do things. Like this week he had to do falling leaves, and so we decided to do a painting on falling leaves, and we came up with this together. And we are excited to do this together and to share it with you. So it's going to be considered a beginner's video, and we're going to gear it towards children and make it fun. And I'm going to tell you what I'm using as I use it, the different paintbrushes I use, and I will share his work with you and my work as we go. And so let's get started. This is Caleb, my son, and he is 9 years old, and he came to say hi. He's going to be painting this kid-friendly painting with us. You want to say hi?
Hello.
And we are excited to do this. This looks like a 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch brush. And we're going to start with the background, doing all the greens and the reds and the yellows, and you're just going to mix and match them. You don't have to have them in any special order. You're just going to put it on the canvas. You're just going to put the paint on there. So let's start with that. And this is an 8x10 canvas. Now we're going for a really fall setting, so let's just stick some colors in there that reminds us of fall, like browns and greens and yellows, and we'll brighten it up, and we'll just keep on putting these fall colors in and just mixing them and matching them. I forgot I was going to start out with letting you know what colors on the palette I'm using. So this is called Burnt Umber. Make sure that that's what I put on there. Yep. Let's see if I get this in the picture. This is Burnt Umber. This is Titanium White, Cad Yellow, Raw. This is Raw Siena, Hooker's Green, and Cadmium Yellow. And we're going to put all these in different order.
Should I use the same brush to put on red and
Yep,
stuff?
that's a very good question. You can mix and match with all these colors, because we're going to put them all in anyway. So we don't mind mixing them. And we're going to put a little bit of red, a little water, and then mix that and put some orange. It mixes with the red, you make some orange.
Ooh, that looks nice, I think.
That looks really nice, Caleb. We're going to see how he's doing in just a minute. And I love lots of yellow in mine, so I'm going to mix all this up. I love lots of green, so I'm going to lighten my green up. I put a little white in there.
Oh, look at that. It looks like fire.
That is beautiful. And we're just trying to make this look like an out of focus background. And that looks pretty out of focus to me.
Yeah.
So
I'm doing pretty good.
You're doing really good. I love it.
I got red and the green together and it made that fiery color. I like that.
I like the fiery color too, because it reminds me very much of autumn. And we're going to have some leaves falling in this background.
That'd be a nice time. Okay, so grab some more fiery color. I'm mixing them right now. Grab some more yellow.
That's good. That's good. You can mix them all up.
Ooh, there's the fire. I like to call it fire.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's actually nice. I'm gonna grab some green too.
Stick some red. Just gonna flick this in here every which way because
Oh, I got some orange in there. But
orange is great in the autumn time.
that's a weird mix.
Yeah, it looks good though.
Yeah, I like it. I got some orange in this, so that's kind of why. Ooh, what? Look at that. That's okay.
That's
Dropped it in
okay.
there.
That's okay if you drop your brush, Caleb. Just make sure you get a little water on it to make it so the water or so the colors mix well and come off your brush. And we're just going to leave that side like that because we're going to go over it to make a tree. And if you want to get the edges and the top of your picture, you definitely can do that.
If you really want to color the side, you could do that. And if I was going to do this in mine, I was going to put a branch over the top.
Yeah.
Which made the leaves all fall.
Yep, I like the idea of putting some branches up there. And that is very well colorful in the background there. But I think I even want a little bit more brighter green in there.
Ooh, I like this. Oh. Look at that. Really like it. I like all my colors in this.
I like all your colors too.
I like how the mix of what I made.
Yeah.
Add some more of my color. This reminds me of autumn, the color that I made.
Mm-hmm. Okay, after that, we're going to let this dry. We're going to see how Caleb's doing on his painting.
And if you ever need us to stop, you could pause the video
That's right. Pausing is perfectly fine.
here, but
Oh, that's okay.
at least
So
I'm
this
not
is the
getting-
canvas paper we're using.
we got it at Ross, right?
No, we got it at Michael's.
Oh yeah.
That's what it looks like. That's the canvas paper that he's using. And it's pretty reasonable in pricing. You're doing really good on your background.
And you could take your time doing this. Don't do it fast or you might mess up a little bit, but that's okay if it's your first time. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that because I'm gonna wait for the tree.
Okay. Okay, now that the painting is mostly dry, it's a little tacky, but it's okay. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more green because I really like green and yellow in my paintings. So I'm gonna take some white and some of the dark green that I have and mix those together and just make some more green in here. And you could just paint whatever colors you want, but this is just how I like it. Put a little bit here and there. and then a little bit of that, and then I'm gonna mix up some more yellow and then splash that with some yellow. Okay. Okay. And I like that. A little bit more that red here and there in there. Okay. And now that we've got that part of our painting done, we could start working on the tree. Okay, we're going to put the burnt sienna right here. And if your painting is a little dry and it's, wet and it's running together, that's okay, because we're going to eventually have so many different colors in here. So let's just get this brown on.
I'm going to really decorate the background.
Yeah.
I don't got much of my light brown.
Hmm?
I don't got much of my light brown.
Okay. The dark color actually should go on the first before you put the light on, because you always want to have dark showing.
Well, I'm just going to make the inside of the tree, I guess, because I already got a lot of...
That's okay. You could put that on, and then you could put some brown over it if you wanted. But if you want this color, your color of tree, that's perfectly fine.
I kind of know.
Okay. However you want your colors to be is perfect. You could have a purple tree if you want, and it makes you happy.
You can make it be any color.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
But mine is going to be dark brown.
I'm making it kind of look like yours. Oh! Look at that. I like that mix.
Ooh, I like that mix too.
That looks like a tree.
That's really nice, Caleb.
I didn't even need to do that.
Happy little accidents, as Bob Ross would call it.
Ooh, I just made a twig, like, coming out.
Oh, nice. I can't wait to show your work when you're done.
You could do it whenever, even if I'm not done.
Okay.
Mr. Snakey, please. You're kind of choking me.
Is the snake choking you now?
A little bit, but not much.
Okay. So now we want to mix the dark brown.
I'm not
Gonna
done
mix
with
it
this
here.
I'm not done with this part.
Okay. And we're going to mix a little bit of this color, because we're just going to lighten, and a little bit of white, because we're going to lighten it. Oops, I did a little too much white, so let's add a little brown back into that.
Oh, white? Where?
Just a tiny bit of white
In
the brown, just so you can get a different color that is a little bit lighter. It's going to show some texture on the tree. Okay, but I don't need that much on my brush, and I'm going to switch to a different brush. Now, I love this brush.
Ooh, look at this.
I think I got this brush from Walmart. I like that.
Yeah.
And it was just a cheap old brush. I don't even know what size it was, but it got really frayed on the bottom, on the ends of it, and I really like it now. It's like my go-to brush for any kind of thing that I'm trying to do texture with. So I'm just going to go through with this. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. So do you want to use a different brush too, or do you want to use that brush?
I guess I'll use a different one.
Okay.
This one. I love this brush.
Okay.
This one?
Yep.
Is this okay?
That's okay. Yeah. Just a nice brush that's all frayed on the end and stiff if you want.
Like,
So
this is like...
no, that's
like
good.
yours, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So we're just going to very lightly touch the tree trunk and bring some of these colors down in a streaking and you just want it to streak, and that's perfectly fine for it to streak. And that's what you want. And it doesn't have to be in a straight line. You can make it wobbly, and this is where shaky hands come into good. If you have shaky hands, then that is really good for this, because
this part
tree trunks and tree branches and trees
going in my shirt.
are all very wobbly. The lines in them are wobbly. So
yeah.
So we're gonna take this up, and if you want to, like,
you do whatever.
Yeah, do whatever. That
I'm gonna go put him back.
Okay, you put him back.
Look, he's like, ooh, an interesting room.
And then we're just gonna keep doing this. Keep on bringing these little lines down.
I don't think that did anything.
Okay. Do it on the side. And I'm gonna go into this this raw sienna, and I'm going to do the same thing with the raw sienna. Oh, I got a little too much on there. I'm going to take some of that off and get my bristles on my brush all frayed out, because that's how I like those.
Ooh, yeah,
That's a beautiful, Kayla. It's a good color.
And now I'm going to make my branch.
Okay.
And you guys can do it any way you want. If you want a branch.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to have a branch, but I really wanted to do that.
That is perfectly fine to have a branch on there.
You don't have to copy exactly what we're doing. You could always do your own ideas.
Yep.
And that's the fun of painting.
That is the fun of painting.
I'm making different colors with this too.
I love it.
It's hard to do this right now because this brush is kind of hard.
So there is a color that I didn't put on here that I'm going to use, and that is black.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
know.
going to go get the black. Do you have black in your painting box, Caleb? You don't have to use it if you don't want to, but I feel like I need a little black in here.
For what?
I need the black. I'm just going to use ivory black. I need it because I need some more depth in here. Good. So I am actually going to even make it even more
Darker? A
little bit darker. But I'm also going to make it
I'm gonna
even...
make human dishes darker. I think I messed it up by putting it on there. But
No,
I could always...
it looks good. You
really
can always just go through it with other stuff. So I'm going to take a little bit that's black, and I'm going to mix it with my lighter brown color and try to bring in some darker, little bit of darker.
I like this right now.
I like it too.
I'm gonna wash off my brush because
Yep.
I'm actually gonna color in a spot of mine that I didn't color in. So from the last paint.
Okay.
So,
So I just went and dipped right into my black because I really need to put some other colors in here. And I'm just very lightly going up the tree. And dab it like that to get the bristles all broken up.
okay. Now that.
Okay.
There.
There you go.
That looks better.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of a big, ginormous white spot.
And I'm just bringing in some little bit of black marks here and there just to give it some shadows or anything like that.
I like this.
That looks really awesome.
I forgot the leaves.
We haven't gotten to the leaves yet, but
I forgot we were going to do that. That's what I meant. Look at that. I might put a house in the background. Like a fence or something.
yeah.
Maybe horses. But it would kind of be hard because I've never painted a horse yet. Painted a dog, but not a horse. Dogs and horses are pretty
Okay. Okay. A little bit right here. I am just washing my brush off now, and I'm going to look for...
I think I'm going to paint every single picture with this brush.
You like that brush, huh?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, sometimes you just get your favorite brush and it's your go-to brush.
For everything, basically.
For everything. Get a little bit more of that black is what I'm going to do.
Do you want some hand sanitizer for your hands later?
I would love some later. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to keep ourselves sanitized in this pandemic. And now I'm just going to tap and make it just look like bark. I'm going to tap that black on there because I like that look.
You know what would be a good idea?
Huh.
Putting a hole in there.
And maybe a little owl lives in there.
Yeah.
I think you should do that. What do you think?
I might do that soon.
Yeah.
I'm kind of waiting for the leaves.
Okay. I like my little bark like this. And you don't have to put it everywhere.
You can put it in certain spots, like the top of the tree, the bottom of the tree.
It's important just to move your fingers around so that you're on your brush so that you don't have the same consistency of the pattern, your brush pattern. You don't want the brush pattern to be the same.
Yeah, because not it. Sorry. Tree bark is. It may look the same, but it's never the same. There might be like a part that looks the same, but there's one spot that it makes it not the same.
That's right. It's just gonna be a little bit of a different pattern. There, and now I like that. I think that looks good. It's got lots of different lines in it and textures, and I think that looks like a really good tree right now. So next up we are going to do leaves, but we're going to let the background dry some more. So now we're going to do the falling leaves, and we're going to show what Caleb's gotten on his so far. Let's see. This is what Caleb's looks like. I'm in the picture. Yep, I'm in the picture. As you see right here, he's got a beautiful tree trunk. His tree, and he has a branch right here, which I absolutely love. And the top of his tree, and
I got two. You can barely see the other one. It's like out in the other.
I love it. Yeah, and this is his background with all the different fall colors, and it's beautiful. Good job, Caleb. We're going to use an angle brush. Do you have an angle brush, Caleb, in your stuff? I'll show you what it looks like. Okay. This is the angle brush.
Like the
It comes up at a point. Comes up as a point at a point.
The one I am using.
Looks like this. Oh, nope, that's not an angle brush. This one. Oh boy, angle brush. It's okay, but you do have an angle brush, so right here.
How did you find that?
So that's Caleb's angle brush. It's just a little smaller, which is fine too.
I love the angle brushes. Ow.
Here's your brushes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's dip it in some water.
Dip in water.
And get your brush nice and wet.
All wet? Like the whole entire thing?
Get the whole thing wet, but not dripping wet. Just take some of the paint or the water off of it. Yep, do that. And then you're gonna dip into this, you're gonna dip into the raw sienna. You're gonna go on your painting like this. Okay, you see this right here? I'm gonna use a little example. Do you see this, Caleb? And we're gonna do it as an angle. So you're gonna come down here like this, and you're gonna come down on the other side like that.
Oh!
Okay?
My stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you're just gonna put them in different areas. So I'm gonna, right here, and I'm gonna put this right here.
Ooh, that's a good leaf.
That's a good leaf. And if your background is a little too dark like mine, you can brighten that leaf up some.
Ooh, I like that leaf.
I like it too. I'm gonna brighten mine up with some yellow. And we're gonna do a couple different colors on these leaves, so don't even worry about the perfection of it right now.
Ooh, look at that. I just made a bent one.
That's good. So you're just gonna randomly place them wherever you want. Some of them are gonna be falling like that, and some of them are gonna be kind of falling up here like that.
I did an upside down one.
That's good, because
my
leaves don't fall in all the same direction. They just kind of fall any which place they want.
They don't have a mind though.
They don't have a mind. They just kind of fall.
Ooh! I accidentally got a little black and that looked cool.
That's cool. That's good.
That's a
We're gonna show how to do shadows in just a few minutes. So you're also gonna take a little bit of red, and you're gonna take that red and go in on some of those, because we know that some of the leaves are red.
On some occasions.
Mm-hmm. Some of mine are gonna be in a transition.
I think I like mine just normal.
And that's
and not
perfectly
doing red.
fine.
My first leaf was the best leaf in this.
So we're just gonna stick a
Ooh, yeah.
bunch of leaves. A bunch of leaves just falling whichever way. And then I'm gonna go in just to yellow. Wipe some of that orange that I made off and just go into yellow.
Making them all fun. Go upside down. I should do them right side up.
Okay. And these are all our falling leaves. I'm going to go into a dark brown now. Some of these are going to have some brown, dark brown.
I'm going to put some more Siena on it.
That's fine. Because those dark brown ones, they're pretty much almost ready to crumble away into the earth.
I like mine. Look.
I like yours too. So now we're gonna put some highlights and low lights on them, and dark and medium and stuff like that. You ready for that?
I don't know how to.
That's okay. You're just gonna go over one edge of them. I'd use a really dark brown, but if you want to use black, there's nothing wrong with that, I guess.
Yeah, I'm using black.
Okay. Okay. This one needs a little bit of a color, different color like that. Okay. Are you ready to go on to the next step?
Yes.
All right, so now
As
we're gonna
ready as
take
leaves.
as ready as leaves. We're gonna take some of this black and we're gonna mix it into the brown that we've made, because now we're gonna make the middle stem. Okay, and you can get a little creative with where you want it, because if you look at it like this leaf right here, to me it looks like it's kind of floating on its back, and so to me it looks like this is where the stem is, and that it's gonna come. I'm gonna use the pointy side of my brush here, and it looks like it's just gonna. I'm gonna
did my stems.
Good job. I'm gonna follow that line right there. And so that's how that one looks to me. This one looks like it's kind of in the middle almost, but a little bit. And so I'm going to take that and I'm going to follow it down the middle right like that. And then I'm going to take this and just kind of dab with the end. Just fill the brush up. This one too. Caleb, see, says he is finished with his painting. Let me see. Let everybody else see. Here's Caleb's painting, and here's his leaves. Here's his leaves and his tree. That's beautiful, Caleb. I think your teacher is going to be very proud of that. And don't forget to sign your name when you're done.
I think it's going to be done. And I got my little brush. It's really small. Whenever you finish your painting, you might want to have a really small brush, probably this big.
Yep, let's go like this.
Sorry.
It's okay, we're gonna go like this so they can see.
It's very small.
Very tiny tip of the brush.
And I'm gonna sign my initials with some white, because black might blend in a little bit. There. I'm going to
This one.
wash this. And I'm gonna go wash all my brushes now.
Okay.
Okay.
And this one. Caleb's doing a good job at washing all his brushes. I've tried really hard to teach him. Best just to wash them than to let them get ruined. This one. There.
I'm just gonna put these back in my pocket.
And this is our interpretation of falling leaves. I'm ready to sign it. Call it done. I'm going to go in with my yellow. I'm going to give it a little signature right here. The bottom.
I would use the white because, well, it doesn't really matter. I used the white because
It shows up a little better.
yeah.
Mine says DJD for Darla Jean. And I like to put the year I did it. 20. Okay? Where's your painting?
Yeah.
Hold your painting up. Can you see it?
Goodbye, guys.
Bye.